she narrated a story of being detained at the point of entry when she got into the United States. It does not permit businesses that include gainful employment. They checked her social media and realized that she's coming to sell hairs in the United States. Do you know that you can actually get a visa, and when you get to the United States, through the scrutiny and everything, you can be bounced, you can be returned back to your home country. Your eye will see the land, but you will not enter. Hey guys, and a warm welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Estelle, and a warm welcome back to the OGs. Thank you so much for your unwavering support. On today's video, there's a video I've seen of a lady who was bounced at the airport at the point of entry when she got into the United States from Nigeria. So there's this video of a Nigerian lady going viral on social media. She was crying and she narrated a story of being detained at the point of entry when she got into the United States. Now, why did this happen? Apparently, this lady is on a B1, B2 visa. So she came to the United States on a B1, B2 visa. Now, this B1, B2 visa is a visa category or a visa type that allows a foreign national to enter the United States for temporal business, which is the B1 part, and or tourism or pleasure, which is the B2 part, but it's together. They normally write it B1, B2. Now, this visa permits a range of activities, okay? But it does not permit businesses that include gainful employment and or formal education. Now, this lady came into the United States. This is the reason why she was detained and deported. Her social media handle was checked, and on her social media, she was telling people she's coming to the United States, they should be ready with their monies. Apparently, she's a hair vendor. Now, they checked her social media and realized that she's coming to sell hairs in the United States. And this visa category does not permit that. It means that she provided false information when she was coming. Now, you need to be truthful when you're applying for your visas, so they know exactly what you are coming to do. There's one thing getting the visa from your home country, and it's another thing entering the United States when you come to the point of entry. Do you know that you can actually get a visa, and when you get to the United States, through the scrutiny and everything, you can be bounced, you can be returned back to your home country? Now, most times, like almost every time, questions are asked at the point of entry. What are you coming to do in the United States? Who are you coming to see? And stuff like that, depending on the visa you are holding. Now, if you're holding a B1, B2 visa and you are telling them you are coming for tourism or pleasure, just coming to see things or attend conferences and stuff like that, that's permissible because that's what the visa category allows you to do. But if you are now coming to do business, you have stuff in your luggage, you have a lot of things in your suitcase that you're coming to sell, and in exchange for money, no, that is not allowed. You will be bounced. So this lady was bounced.
Currently, I am on my way back to Nigeria. So, I'm not one, right, to come out on social media and start to cry or talk about all my hurts as a business person, but this one hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. So apparently I was denied entrance into the US, and that's because my visa was a B1, B2 visa, which is tourism / business meetings, right? So when I landed, I was detained for like 24 hours in their detention room, and when I was questioned, I told them that I was just only going to exhibit, but I didn't know any better because the US has all your data, your Instagram page, every single thing. So apparently my Instagram obviously says different, because they even checked all my messages with my customers. You know, the customers have been telling that we're coming and they can pick up and, you know, all of that. Long story short, this is actually for my US ladies. God knows I tried.
Now I can only imagine all the stress that she went through, because she's a business person. She probably invested a lot of her capital into this trip because it was going to help her business. Now all the air tickets, the preparations, visa applications, all the time that went into it is now in vain. Well, I believe everything happens for a reason, but to avoid all this trauma, just be truthful when you're applying for your visas. The B1 part of the B1, B2 visa allows you to attend conferences, consult with business partners, settling estates, and engaging in passive work like attending business events and developing business relations and negotiation contacts. It's basically networking, you know. It also allows you to participate in volunteer work, maybe with religious organizations or non-profit organizations. It means that you can volunteer, but you're not going to get paid for what you're doing. You know what volunteering is. It's free service. The B2 part allows you for tourism and vacation activities, visiting friends and family, tourism like touring the United States, medical treatment. Those that leave Africa, any part of Africa or any part of the world, and come to the United States, they come on this visa for medical treatment. It also gives you the opportunity to attend social events being organized by social organizations. Maybe if Twitter or Facebook or Meta is organizing a program and you want to attend, this is the kind of visa you need for that. It also allows you, you know, there are times where we see sports people participate in programs in the United States. It allows upcoming musicians and sports people to participate in events without pay. They are not gonna get paid, without pay. If you are coming to perform like those big stars do, they come on a different visa category. Okay, so it allows these people to come and participate in events without pay. Short courses without credit. You don't accrue any credit from these short courses, so it's very strict. I am just taking my time to educate us on what this visa can do and what it cannot do. This visa does not allow anything that will put physical cash in your pocket. It doesn't allow it. So bear this in mind when you are applying for your visas. Do not come and do anything that will give you gainful employment or that will put money in your pocket. If they realize that, if they find this out, you will be deported. Imagine you telling your friends, oh, I'm going to America, oh, I'm going to the USA, and you get to the point of entry and you're bounced back. You do not even get to see you do not even get to see the USA that you told them you are coming to. That's terrible. It's very bad. So beware of these things. Now, this B1, B2 visa might be valid for 10 years. It depends if they give you 10 years or 5 years or whatever. It only allows you to stay for 6 months, which is 180 days. Now, if you are interested in conferences and stuff like that and you want to keep coming back, you do not have to exceed your 180 days, which is 6 months. Do not exceed, because this visa normally has multiple entry. You could go back to your home country and come back in anytime you want, but do not stay, do not overstay. Do not overstay your visa duration. You can go and return the next day if you want, but what matters is that do not overstay like a day or two. No, that's not permissible. If you're found out, this can affect your future visa applications. They could put restrictions on you not to enter the United States again. So bear this in mind. Yeah, so if you violate these terms, the terms of the visa, which is do not overstay, if you violate these terms, you'll be deported if found. You would be restricted, as I already mentioned. The sanctions or restrictions will be put on you. You will not be, for future applications, you'll not be allowed to enter the United States again in your life. So please be careful. That being said, now you need to be very careful what you put on your social media, because the United States is now implementing new rules where you need to disclose your social media usernames, and it is required that you make it public. You know how you can set your social media things in such a way that it's only private. You know, if someone asks you for, maybe someone requests to follow you or something, then you approve. If you're applying for certain visa categories now, it is a requirement to make your social media platforms public. So when you get to the point of entry, they will require your username and log in and check your social media activities. This was what happened to the lady. They checked her social media where she was telling her clients in the United States that she's coming, they should make their monies available and stuff like that. So be very careful. Now this rule has been there. It's been there. Like if you're applying, they ask your social media, if you're active on social media, they ask for your social media handles and all that. But now it's a requirement. First, it wasn't so strict. They weren't so stringent on it, but now it's a requirement. So you need to make it public if you're applying for, but it's for certain visa categories, and I'm going to delve into that in a bit. This is for certain visa categories. Now this is for the F, M, and then the J visas. And for educational purposes, let me just tell you guys something little about these F, M, and J visas. The idea behind this is to facilitate vetting, because the United States is now very strict on its security reasons. They want to facilitate vetting and make sure the people they are allowing into their space is safe. You know, it's safe to allow these people to come into the United States. One thing I saw that really scared me is that if you refuse to provide your username and make your social media public, it might lead to visa denial. It might lead to visa denial, and it might affect your future applications. So if they have on your file that you refuse to make your social media public or provide your username, then in the future they will just look at that and they won't even look in your direction. So be very, very, very be careful. You know, be careful of this thing. First, it used to be if you want, provide, but now for these visa categories I've mentioned, it is a must. It's a requirement. Without it, you will not be granted a visa. The F visas are for individuals who want to pursue academic education in higher institutions in the United States, like college, university, and high school. That's for the F visas. The F visas are for those who want to undergo vocational studies or non-academic studies or technical studies in the United States. The J visas are the category that caters for individuals engaging in exchange visitor programs. You know how sometimes someone says, I'm going for an exchange program in the United States. Yeah, these programs have been there since. So it's been there. It's nothing new, but now just that these requirements are being put in place. Yeah, so exchange programs like those, undergoing research, teaching, studying, or receiving medical practice. So basically these are the visa categories that require this. But also, as I mentioned, the lady went with a B1, B2, and I'm sure she wasn't required to provide. But when she got to the point of entry and her social media was checked, all this thing was found, and she was bounced. Just be careful what you put on social media, because it can make or unmake you now, especially if you have plans of entering the United States. I'm sure it's not only the United States, but because the United States is like big deal and everyone talks about it, it's in the media. Maybe other countries are also having these requirements in place. I do not know, but what I've seen is what I'm telling you. So beware, be careful. If not, you get your eye will see the land, but you will not enter, like it happened to Moses. So be very careful. Be very careful if you're talking bad about the nation, the United States, or I think even just doing things that are not right, and you come to the US and you are found out. Your eye will see the land, but you will not enter. Be careful out there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, and share the video to educate someone, or to create awareness. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.